And if you are, haven't been paying attention to how the pools work, 4 out from each pool.
Yes.
So that is to say that if Turkey wins one more time, he will make it into what is effectively winners finals of his side of the pool, right? So it's a little truncated, but again, there is no fluff in the pool.
None.
Here at Combo Breaker at
actually
FK11.
Very, very stacked. It's insane how amazing the community has really turned up for Combo Breaker. While we get these next matches ready, I do want to mention that if you are just tuning in into this pool, earlier at the 10 a.m. pools, we do have Kombat, Diddle, and BGY currently in top 48. So already all those names, super strong.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, and already showing up and doing an amazing job.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out in the other pool as well. That's where OPS Rattlehead is, who I love watching. He's one of my favorite players to watch. If you're unfamiliar with him, he's a sightless player who kills it in MK and has been doing so for a really long time. Always shows up to Combo Breaker and a couple of other events, and is always a blast to watch.
It's actually amazing how accessible MK can be.
Yeah.
I always feel like that's really important to highlight, especially when we see players that are, obviously disabled, but they're performing so well, and it's amazing to see.
Not everybody was able to make it. That's how it is these days. I know a couple of folks who signed up and just unfortunately wasn't able to make it. Costner's an example in this pool. I hope he's feeling well out there. Unfortunate timing to not be feeling well.
Yes.
But
That is
happened to a few people, of course.
nature of coming back offline,
Yeah.
especially still during the middle of the pandemic,
Yeah.
and we're still trying to move forward and obviously keep the scene alive. But again, one of the biggest things and something to really highlight is the fact that the NRS scene has just been constantly staying alive with tournaments, both online, even offline. Just literally this past week, I actually saw that there was an offline in New York or New Jersey, and that's amazing. So shout out to that crew as well as all of the scenes just keeping this game alive.
Has been extremely active online.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to be able to play in a tournament, this is the scene where you can do it, no doubt.
Such a good netcode too.
Oh, dude, yeah.
The perfect recipe for a perfect game, right? Alrighty.
All right, so we're headed in now to, I believe it was Baconlord and Beavver. Winner here will play against either Afterburn or Goatology.
So what's crazy is I am very familiar with Baconlord, another well-known Cetrion player. This is another character that is also part of the meta if you're someone who prefers the projectile game, as well as some frame traps if you're liking to keep your opponent from not pressing buttons. It's going to be very interesting to see how it works out here. Baconlord, again, a very well-known name. Beavers, I think might have gone for Sub-Zero there, unless the button check. Sometimes, that's the tech.
Nope, he's making it happen. And we'll see what he got. Okay, so Air Axe.
Yep.
I assume it's classic Cetrion build. I'm not even going to ask about that.
The geysers, the ground pound,
Yeah.
the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
slide, of course. You got to have that one.
Yeah, the air axe is actually a really good pick when it comes to Cetrion. Kind of keeps the air game a little bit in between them.
Sure, yeah.
So one-sided.
And nobody's picked Cold Shoulder on purpose in a year and a half.
Okay, nice punish there from Beavver. Baconlord trying to make it happen, goes for the stand one. He's going to reset some neutros there with Tornado. Okay, Teleport tries to go for the stand one, but does get down one out there. We both have win buttons right now. Both have Fatal Blow.
Ooh, backdash! Yes,
Right there.
called it out. Beavver had been playing pretty patiently and in fact had a down one in reaction to the teleport from before, but this time with Baconlord backdashing, getting the whip punish is a great call.
Yeah, that's the thing about Cetrion, is also one of the best backdashes in the game. You can teleport in, backdash, do the whiff punish, even just like literally tease your opponent from actually pressing that button. Oh, and the overhead, we do get hit by those offline.
Yeah. Don't believe the propaganda that it's so easy to react to offline.
Okay, nice trade there. Put it down one, another overhead, and this is crushing blow for Beavver.
So insistent about taking this round. He's got to do it if he's going to take the game.
Nice.
Go!
Really good reversal there. Tries to go for the overhead, but does get the rollout.
Axe. Baconlord patient, that's fine.
That's the one thing here for Beavver is getting that health lead. Play it patient, play it slow. You want to slow down Cetrion. You want to have that health lead. If not, you're playing death by 1,000 feet.
And I love that look that we had right there as Baconlord just shrugged his shoulders. Look, everybody's going to hit by an overhead, right? Don't let that stress you out.
Trust me.
Be careful. React to it when it happens. And that was actually a punish, but a missed opportunity there. Beavver, though, able to get the slide out and throw in the corner.
Just react, dude. Easy, right?
Oh, and the whip grab. And here we go. Go for the plus frame.
Okay, all right, yeah. Much more grab focus now.
And that's something too about Rumble. Okay, we do punish the slides. Very nice. Very solid there from Baconlord.
We saw a big adaptation in that last round.
Yes.
It was more about grabs because in the previous round, you know, Beavers had been blocking.
Yes.
And then it was clearly that it was slide or it was overhead into slide were really the two options that we saw most commonly out of Beavver, and so specifically that's what Baconlord was looking for. That's the adaptation you need.
Absolutely.
So denies the first part of the loading up on the KB with that breakaway. Oh!
Oh, and that is a punish off of that ice ball. Once again, goes for the strike throw, instead going to the mid. Nice, another punish here. I like that Baconlord's calling out the reversal slide. That's really important again, and like you mentioned, the adaptation there.
Could be an invitation for more overheads. We'll see what Beavver does.
Oh, try
Plus
to
here.
get that second hit after they get it.
Interesting. First time he's gone with the low chain. Oh no! First time I was hoping it was Rising Ice. That's exactly what we saw, but he didn't get the combo.
And completing the full one string there. It's kind of standard to see Sub-Zeros with that Rising Ice combo. Again, it's the damage output.
Yeah.
But it is tricky because, of course, the hitbox on it, you have to make sure you're in a nice spot to get the full damage.
Here we go. Has gone for grab after that a couple of times. Yes. Baconlord stuck. Oh!
The wake up, and that's a punish into the crushing blow. I like the teleport option. Just come back down and play the next part of the game. Beautiful counter hit there. Goes for the strike throw, gets it, taking Beavver into the corner.
Baconlord stealing some turns. No cancel!
And right now, just full on trading here happening between these two. Baconlord with the health can probably sit back here and just play it safe. Only has to keep an eye out for the ice ball and the slide as well.
Again, plus, yes, this time still blocks. Baconlord C is there. Yo! The big guns coming out!
Oh, that hurt me just as much as it hurt. Baconlord.
The big sigh and the eyes to the heavens. I so understand. But again, I mean, as I said before, he had been blocking low slide, and if you're looking to block low, that can happen.
Yup, it's one of those things where the mind game of the slide and the overhead happens, but we have seen Baconlord adjust previously when it comes down to this final round.
Disgraceful.
Okay, does get the hit with the boulder.
Okay, let's go.
Trying to condition that jump. Baconlord sitting really nice right now in this full screen pressure.
Yo, the full screen frame traps are so legit right now. Tons of chip each time. It's not flawless blocking, which could be really important when you're trying to contend with that.
Yes. You have to flawless block those boulders, especially when you're not playing characters whose movement is just not that strong compared to the rest of the cast. Baconlord sitting over 2-0 right now. Beavver probably trying to think a little bit, take a breather. That's always important, right, as a player when you're going into something like this. And again, especially a character like Cetrion that really tests your patience.
Yeah?
Rambo!
What? Let's go. Yeah, what do we got here? What do we got? We got the crawl. Do we have command grab? Rambo. Huh.
So I actually believe it or not, contrary to the popular belief, there is actually have been discovery that this character is a lot more dangerous than people have thought. And it's crazy to see this character really come out on top. So I'm actually very interested to see how
The crawl! He went for the counter, it wasn't there.
Alright, nice interrupt on the string right there from Baconlord. Oh!
Right, okay, yep.
Okay.
No string.
Nice down one.
And he does take the risk on it. Oh, punishable, not there though.
Yeah, rock wall is going to be tough to also deal with, but we do get the crawl out. Going to get the full trap out.
And he can definitely test her. Okay, she's up in the sky.
There we go, not blocking those boulders. Again, really important if we want to try to get in there. Nice staggers here from Beavver though. Goes for the leopard crawl again.
Oh!
What? That hit! This will not kill, but it does do a significant amount of damage. And also keeping in mind that Sechan has that low health.
It also makes Baconlord think that Beavver is going to be a wild man the rest of this game. Which could be to his benefit. Oh, over! Still alive, but barely! Yeah, as soon as he got into that danger zone right there, it was going to be a real tough spot for Rambo. There's no slide. He has leopard crawl instead.
Yes. Oh, that was actually a little bit intense though, considering the fact, like you mentioned, no, just some way to get in. Okay. Once again, resetting neutral kind of back up, going for the Hell's Wrath here from Baconlord. Nice down one to punish the attempt on the grab off the string. Again, the leopard crawl. Something to also note, it's not doing as much damage as people hope. We do have the mine.
The mine? Oh, he's gonna. Oh, no!
That's cute.
Oh, no!
And Beavver trying to get in once again, but the boulders are just not letting him go through.
Here's the chance! He's not there in time. Baconlord taking up the space and right back to exactly where he wants to be. Over the trap.
Nice jump over the boulder. Beautiful jump in, but not going to be able to complete the string. Does short hop over the crawl. And that's all Setchion wrote. Baconlord taking it 3-0 over Beavver.
Aww. Oh, that's
Oh,
very
it's
cute.
Setchion and Jackie, I think?
That's what I would think, yeah.
That is so adorable.
That's cute. Look, Rambo. On stream.
Who would have thought?
At Combo Breaker 2022. And it was, yeah, I mean, I could imagine builds of Rambo maybe having some more say in that match.
Yes.
If you had roll or slide, maybe.
I'm also thinking instead of the low snare trap, you would want to do the log.
I could see log, sure.
Because it's like you bring it out and you can catch the jump-ins, you can catch the Hell's Wrath, you can catch a lot.
Yeah.
And also probably too the backdashes. I feel like the crawl was a good